Alam mo ba kung bakit may holiday ang Cordillera sa September 13?
Wala akong alam na holiday sa September. Itong month of September, wala akong alam na special holiday ng ano eh. Wala akong alam na regular holiday ng September.
Sir, ang mo, yan eh.
Kadamdang nagkulang data. Ang kumot lang amot at amok lang kat bagyo day uno. Talang mot niya dati holiday si September 13.
Ito po alam sir kasi bago po yan nasa anong pag mayroon sa September 30 po.
Hindi po sir. Hindi ko po alam.
Hayugayan Ayugayamen Kakabsat kakailian, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our commemoration of our 36th SIPAT anniversary or the Mount Data Peace Accord.
On September 13, 1986, the Cordillera People's Liberation Army or CPLA forged a SIPAT, the cessation of hostilities with the government of the Philippines at Mount Data Hotel in Bauco, Mountain Province.
The peace agreement known as the Mount Data Peace Accord is the first peace pact that successfully entered into by the national government during the administration of former President Corazon Aquino.
As per tradition and customs, the two sides exchanged peace tokens to signify their sincerity and commitment to the peace agreement. CPLA leader Conrado Balweg gave a traditional spear and shield to President Aquino, who reciprocated it with an assault rifle, a Christian Bible, and a rosary.
The SIPAT paved the way for the creation of the Cordillera Administrative Region with the signing of Executive Order 220 on July 15, 1987 to prepare Cordillera for regional autonomy. Of course, to further understand this special event of our region by giving us a narrative on how the SIPAT came to be, we are honored to have with us someone who was there during this historic event. Here to share is the late Mayor Gabino P. Gangangan of Sadanga, Mountain Province.
We cannot talk about this, separating it from the context of what was going on before. Siguro, if I will capsulize it, all these things happen while the people along the Chico River Basin and all, including the upland communities of Abra, were fighting it out against government. Because in Abra, the problema na is the logging. The communities were opposing the logging activities of the Selefi. Ito yung from Tumyangan up to Bontok. All the people along the sea were protesting, trying to oppose the supposedly construction of the Chico Dam, a series of 4 dams. Of course, abot yung project ni President Marcos that time. And while people were mounting their opposition against it, tisong ti gobyerno gamin instead of listening, sungbat ni Marcos idi militarization to suppress and repress the people who are opposing it. So, nag-develop data into, nagbalinin ng armed clash from the people against the military, AFP, usaran mo ti gobyerno ti armed service. So, nagbalin nga, there was really an active skirmishes. Therefore, the CPP NPA, through the NPA is done, they discovered nga there's a struggle happening in the Cordillera. People are fighting government. That is where the CPP NPA decided nga a right environment to organize it. So, parang damutang pareho ti kalaban tayo ng gobyerno. So, let's be one. May kami nga tumulong man, ilaban tayo na labanan tayo ti gobyerno. Well, a people in distress will accept any help from anybody. So, all of a sudden, the tao along the sea were baptized as NPAs. But as years go on, madlaw na matlangan niya, nga dati sa bali nga isuro da. To the extent nga sometime in the 1980s, 81, 82, something like that. Nadlaw na ito Cordillera NPAs. nga ni, there's an agenda of the CPP-NPA which is not our agenda. Worse, they were now, kaputa, kasla na influensyahan da aminan, ti pag-arap ti CPP-NPA, tao da amin na itan, it's their units, that's how they see it. So they are now imposed and dictate things. To the extent nga, they are now applying their party doctrine. So, amin kanong elected officials from kapitan up, mayor, class enemy, subject for execution. Ipadas daw, when they tried to implement that, madlaw na ito kakailan tayo matlang NP nga niya, apag nga sino tipat-patayin ito, kaya mo tribal leaders tayo. So, it's spark, so, mangrugi giant, what is it? So, kikinwestiyon na. Now, came that time Father Balweg and dumamot nga intellectual leaders di Cordillera, they already question niya, apa nga kastoy? So, in short, there's a struggle inside. Let's define what is our struggle. See? So, dito yung Cordillera cadres, if we have to call them, kita na nga ni sa Bali. Hamang nga kastati kaya tinatawag nga ilaban. Simple lang mo nga tilablaban na ito yung tribal leaders, kung kita budong holders, trying to organize the communities. We oppose the dam, we fight for our lands. We do not have an agenda of establishing a communist party for the whole Philippines. In fact, we do not know what communist party is. So there, nangurugijeti class. Until such time, we have to decide to separate from them. So they were supposed to execute some. During the maki-argue tito tao, and no less than my father, who was then the vice mayor at the time. Argued kanya nga, okay, nawatan niya ito ilablaban yung kalaban ng national government. Yung beta plano yung to execute people that we will not agree. Sige, you can leave it up. Kukwati national government, you take everything nga kukwati government. Ngayon no tibiyag. Ang nga kukwati gobyerno tibiyag ti taga-Saranga. We will not allow nga patayin nyo reta kahit yung patay. The life of anyone from Sadanga belongs to the tribe. Kahit mo patayin nyo na kita, patayin nyo lada kami aning, tapno patas. Over our dead body nga adamatay nga taga-Sadanga. Later on, during the later years, kakadwa kami Father, he admitted na kuna na amo yung nangyari sa Sadanga. It really crystallized my decision na we have to get out of the CPP-NPA. Talagang nga kala na i-demonstrate the conflict or contrast between the CPP-NPA ideology versus our indigenous. Ije ko nga narik na nga talagang the CPP-NPA is a foreign nga hanggang mabalin nga may impose. Nairanamat nga in the case of Cordillera, 27 yata today. Ito Cordillera cadre mampay nga NPA finally broke out to the CPP-NPA and declared themselves as kumano kami. We now form ourselves as a local army, separate and distinct from the CPP-NPA. We declare ourselves as Cordillera People's Liberation Army with our agenda as follows. To establish a national government to be run by the CPP-NPA. Our agenda here is oppose the dam, oppose the and then establish a region of our own. Simple as that. Father Balweg received a letter from Vice President Lauren putting in writing the policy ni Cory na a call for reconciliation. So, simple lang. The letter was inviting Father Balweg as the leader of the CPLA. Lumabalin, let's talk peace. Stop the war. Okay. Father Balweg, siyempre, konsulta na ka na kakadwa ng leaders, including the lead leaders ni Ili. Kaya at that time, sinumot Mangkakayat at gubat-gubat. We want to peace. Butch Aquino was sent to talk on how we could stop the fighting kano. Okay. In response, Father Balwig also have to explain kay Butch Aquino what is this struggle in the first place. Kapag niya gamitin, gugubatan tayo. Why are we fighting? So, there was an initial. So, okay. What is important there, parang it was officially relayed to us. That's the official offer of government. No, to find when isardang kumate, gugubat the government forces and the CPL. Kapag ni Father Balon Piman, well, we'll have to subject this to consultation at the bigger. At matlaban niya, hangada kanila. This is all over, Cordillera. Now we have to extend SIPAT to establish the ceasefire. So they plan out dito eh. But, we plan that out after nga na ito na kanya na di 26 points demand, which actually is a documentary of our issues. Nga na, akseptaran niya nga dahil iti problema, nga dahil iti pagtutungtungan tayo. The SIPAT per se is a ritual, exchange of lapis tokens. But what does it really mean? It was a ritual, it was an event that declares nga, manipod itatan, let's stop the ongoing war, pinatay. Because we agree that there is an issue, there's a problem that has to be resolved, and we both of us, meaning the government and our group, in behalf of the people, commit to resolve it. Okay. And so, tapno we start resolving it in a peaceful way, we have to establish the ceasefire. Because how can we be meeting each other if we keep on fighting each other? So, that in essence is the substance and the spirit of the Mount Data SIPAT. Then it's all spelled out there in the 26 points. Diba? One, immediate stop the Chico Dam and other mining application. Stop. Second, you look at the development. For the decades na we had been neglected. We demand fair share and equitable share of development. Third, we don't like to belong to Region 1 and Region 2. We are a distinct people with our own culture, with our own history. So we have to become one region. Not only that, it's not a mere administrative region. We want to be given that power to decide over our resources. Haan nga Manila, hang nga gobyerno ti mang decide because our land and resources belong to us, not the national government. That is the prime core of the issue. The struggle was also an evolution. It is simple resistance. Resist these dams. Then later on, nag-evolve nga, sakwat no may isardang na gito eh. Nalpasbat struggle. So makita mo lang nga, there is a need. And then, as we go on, isistudyaran ni. So what? After we'll stand up as one region. Then we become the implementers of the programa nga panpanunutin na dyan. We become now collaborators to them against our people. So it has to be more than just a mere region. We should be given the political power over our land. So that's why we termed it autonomy. Saan to nangyari di ay ritual? That was what the Mount Data was all about. It was a commitment of the Cordillera people represented by our group, the CBS-CPLA, and the national government represented by the government of Cory Aquino to be partners in establishing an autonomous government of Cordillera. That is the simple statement of what was the Mount Data SIPAT.
Naimbag nga agsapa kada tayo amin. Thank you for joining us in commemorating the 36th anniversary of the SIPAT Peace Talks. The SIPAT Peace Talks, also known as the Mount Data Peace Accord, is a peace agreement between the government of the Philippines and the Cordillera Bodong Administration, Cordillera People's Liberation Army or the CPLA, effectively ceasing hostilities between the government and the CPLA. This momentous event paved the way for the creation of the Cordillera Administrative Region through the signing of Executive Order Number 220 on July 15, 1987, to prepare the Cordillera for regional autonomy. As the region commemorates the 1986 peace talks, we remember the significance of this event as it ushered new hope for the settlement of peace, dignity, justice, and progress in the Cordillera. In March 2006, RDC CAR adopted the pursuit of regional autonomy as the overarching theme of Cordillera development. Economic growth cannot be sufficiently sustained nor be inclusive without just and enduring peace. This is also one of the fundamental pillars of socio-economic development and a critical foundation supporting the pillars of the Ambisyon Natin 2040, malasakit, pagbabago at patuloy na pag-unlad. We believe that peace and development are deeply interconnected issues that can be better addressed with the establishment of the autonomous Cordillera. With this, we join in solidarity the region's efforts to maintain peace in the Cordillera. We reflect on the success that the Peace Pact has brought to the region. We hope that the commemoration of the historic SIPAT will highlight the Cordillera's pursuit and advancement of regional autonomy. Once again, happy 36th SIPAT anniversary.
Hayasa mabende-bendisyonan ka, Cordillera. Tamatungpal ng arapap mo ay otonomiya. Kabunyan dengem nan iadawag mi.